It's Arriane Unplugged. I just did this whole Facebook Live from the beach that was so fun, and then it dropped in the middle of it and it's deleted. So I have to do it again when I have a strong Wi-Fi signal. One secret to good Facebook Live is having a strong Wi-Fi signal. Note to self. Okay, so I was listening to this Carolyn Mace video last week that is like blowing my mind. And I'm gonna post it in the comments below so you can all go back and watch it because it's amazing. And she was talking about what if you deleted a word from your vocabulary? Because how we speak and the words we use is so important because we're basically speaking to ourselves all day long. Like we think we're speaking to other people, but we're really speaking to ourselves. So, today I'm gonna do a little Arriane Unplugged around how to delete a word from your vocabulary and my experience around this. And so what Carolyn Mace was talking about is what if you deleted a word that doesn't serve you? And it can be any word, it could be bug, tree, I don't know, it could be anything. Blue, but generally there's a word that you use that is destructive to you, that just doesn't make you feel good. And so think about that right now. What's a word that like you say or that you use or a phrase that you use that just is like, you say it all the time and you're sick of hearing yourself say that. And if you think of it, put it in the comments so I can see. I'll be watching everything on replay as well. Thanks for the love. I love the hearts and the little thumbs up and everything. So give me some love when you come in. If you don't know me, I'm Arriane Alexander and I'm a professional business and life coach for international clients. And I'm always working with my clients on their languaging and their vocabulary around things. And one thing I hear from my clients a lot are things like, I don't deserve it. I want to create this business, but I don't deserve it. So that's a word you can look at, the word deserve. And the way that I look at deserve is this. Deserve doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't matter if you deserve to have a great life or you deserve to have a great business or people always say to me, like, I don't have I'm not married, and people are like, oh, you deserve to have a great relationship. And I'm like, why? Like, what does that even mean? Because our souls have this journey and it's like everyone's journey is different. So am I more deserving of a relationship than someone else? No, like either we're all deserving or we're all not deserving. And reality stars are a good example of this. Do they, quote, deserve to have all this success and like impact on the world and fame for what they do? Not necessarily. I mean, there's amazing, talented people that we don't even know about. Do they deserve to have a different life? So start thinking about your words and what you use and what's destructive to you, what doesn't feel good, and you're sick of hearing yourself say that. And I'll go back and live and on the replay and I'll look at all your comments and I'll give you some feedback too on what you're using. So from my experience, I want to share my experience. So last week when I was watching this Carolyn Mace video, and she's like, what if you delete a word and delete all the association with that word? Like all your history with that word, all your thoughts, all your beliefs, all your association. What if you deleted all of that? And I was like, my word immediately is fat. Yes, F-A-T. And I'm like, I want to turn fat, into P-H-A-T. Because you guys, oh my God, I have told myself I'm fat approximately 8 million times in my life. Like since I was 9 years old, I had like eating disorders and was like binging and was on diets at 9. I'm sorry, at 9, what do I know? Like there was obviously some emotional disturbance happening, but like no one caught it. And I was just like binging, and then I'm telling myself I'm fat and going down this path of destruction. So this word has plagued me, and how it shows up is like every time I look in the mirror, no matter if I'm fat or not, because what does that even mean? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh my God, I shouldn't be this fat. Oh my God, I need to lose weight. Oh my God, everybody else is so much better than me because they're not fat. And I just see how I run this. I have so much energy and opinions and beliefs locked up in this word fat. And I'm like, oh my God, it's ridiculous. I have to stop this. So when I watched this video last week from Carolyn Mace, and I was like, okay, my word is fat. What if I never use that word again? And what if I delete all my associations with that word, all my history with that word? How would life change? How would I walk around on the planet and see myself differently? How would I look around on the planet and see other people differently? And if you know what I'm talking about and you can relate, not just to my word, but to your own word, click like and put it in the comments. You can also invite your friends to watch this video live. If at the bottom of your screen, if you're on your phone, it'll say like invite others, and you can click on it and share it with other people if you think that it would be helpful for them to hear this conversation too. Thanks for the love, thanks for the likes. I love to see the little hearts and flowers and stuff fly across my screen. So for me, when I said, okay, I'm taking that word fat out of my vocabulary. So what happened was, when it just happened, I was at the beach for a walk, and like I was walking by this glass, you know, in a store, and I caught a reflection of myself, and I was like, oh, I look so fat today. And I went, oh my God, there I go. If it's so unconscious. You see, we all have these unconscious words in our vocabulary that are just there, and they're just not helpful. So I had to catch myself and go, no, this is not how I'm going to speak to myself today. I'm going to look at myself as neutral. Like, this is just my body as it is. And I know you guys can relate to this. Leslie, hi Leslie. Leslie, my clients are on here, Leslie and Kelsey. I've done this all my life too, right? Oh, somebody says I look like Shakira. OMG, thank you. Leslie says busy is another one. Oh my gosh, that's a huge word. If you could release the word busy from your vocabulary, how many times have you said this in your life? I'm so busy. I have so much to do. I'm too busy to do that. And somebody else said in here, I'm too tired. I'm too tired to do that. I'm too busy to do that. Well, what if you didn't use those words ever again? And you couldn't associate anything with the word busy. And I see this all the time for my clients because I work with business women and men all over the world. And like, everybody's busy. Everybody's got a life. No one's just sitting around, you know, eating bonbons, waiting for the next thing to happen. Everybody's got shit going on. So this word busy, what do you associate with the word busy? And what would happen if you never use that word again? How would you look at your life differently? Would you say instead, wow, my life is really full. Like, I have so many amazing things going on, and I get to choose how I'm going to spend my time versus, oh my God, I'm so busy. I can't do that because I'm so busy. You see the difference? Do you want to live in an empowered place around your languaging, or a victim to your life, to your language? So put in the comments, what's your word? What's your phrase? What are you going to give up? What's on your mind that's like this thing that you're like, oh, it's so challenging for me because I always think this. And whether you're watching live or on the replay, I'll go back and look at all the comments too. So back to my word fat, which is soon going to be P-H-A-T, fat, baby. Okay, so I have to discipline myself to basically every time I look in the mirror, which is a lot because I'm vain, PS. Maybe I should get rid of that word, vain. But anyway, instead of saying I'm fat, I have to consciously go, or I choose to consciously go, I'm me. This is this soul showing up in this human form. And it doesn't really matter what I look like and how thin I am and how lean I am. And I choose to look at others in that way too. When I was at the beach and I went for a walk at the beach just a little bit ago, and everyone's down at the beach today, and there are bikinis and tourists and everything. And like, there's like fit people and there's not fit people, and there's quote skinny people and there's quote fat people. There's like all different kinds. So I saw how judgmental I was about other people, about my ideal in my head of what's like the perfect body and the perfect way to look. And so I look at everybody else up to my standard of like, they should look, they don't look perfect. I don't look perfect. None of us are perfect except for these few people, on the planet that are my ideal perfect. And I just see how I'm like, oh my God, I'm judging everyone. Whether they're, whatever they look like, it doesn't even matter. But I'm in my head unconsciously going, they should be different. They should be better. They're not good enough. They are better. You see this energy around the word fat has been driving me for so many years that I didn't even know it. It's so unconscious. And now that I'm aware of it, I'm like, holy shit. It is crazy how much energy and like judgments and opinions I have on other people and myself because of this. So my commitment is to let go of this word fat and to be in the neutrality and not have any association with this word ever again, and to really delete my history. And it takes practice. It's not like this happens overnight. It takes practice to do this, but I'm committed to doing it. So what are your questions? What are your words? Let me go through the comments and see what your words are. Okay, great. Sherry, hi Sherry. Sherry says, so what language can I use to counter that I'm so tired, too tired? That's a great question, because that's another thing. And I will tell you, Sherry, I went through that. I was the one, my bestie Suzanne's on here, she can attest to this. I would say all the time, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh my God, I'm just so tired, I can't do anything. And she would say to me, you're really affirming that you're tired. And it could be, I could be physically tired, yes, but I kept affirming it. Oh, I'm so tired, I'm so tired. So what's a way to, and saying that, do you see how that's like a victim to the world? It's like life is making me tired. Like all these events in life create me to be tired instead of being an owner around it. And what's a possibility of something you could say differently? I know for myself, what I would say differently is I would say, I have plenty of energy to do what I need to do in this moment. and start there, because we can't address the future or the past. We can only be in this moment. So if I've had an association with the word tired for like my whole life, all my associations with that are like, oh, all these things I have to do make me tired. My health, I'm physically tired. You know, I make up all these reasons why I'm tired. So if I delete the word tired, I delete all the associations with that. So I can only be present in this moment and consciously think things like, I have plenty of energy to do what I need to do in this moment. Do you see? Because in this moment, if I'm present and I'm living and I'm alive and I'm doing whatever I'm doing in that moment, even being, quote, tired, I still have enough energy to do what I need to do in that moment, whether it's sitting here, whether it's working, whatever it is. So that's a place you could start there. And if you're watching and you have any ideas for Sherry of what else she could say that's more empowering around the word tired, just pop it in. And I think the first thing is, Sherry, is to start just being conscious of how much you're using that word and start being aware of it and softening around it. Do you see? That's how you start this process. It's not going to happen overnight because these words, this languaging has been ingrained in us for so long. So it's going to take a while to unwind it. So acknowledging, I mean, I'm telling you, when I first started looking at how much I use the word fat, holy cow, I'm like, it's a lot. Okay, let me see. Suzanne, there's my bestie from Oklahoma. Shout out to okay, yay. She says, deleting the word hard or hard work, letting it be easy, darling. Oh my gosh. How many of you can relate to this? If you can relate to saying like, it's so hard, I have so much it's hard work to do what I need to do. Life is hard. Click your like buttons. Show me the love, because I know you say this. Because I'm pretty sure everybody says this. Like, oh, it's hard. Oh, I gotta do this thing, but it's hard. Oh, I gotta build this business, but it's hard. Oh, I gotta get in shape, but it's hard. Oh, I gotta find a husband, but it's hard. It's hard work. It's hard work. Okay, so here's the deal with the hard work thing. This is just a belief system. Somewhere along the lines, you got it ingrained in you that you have to work hard to get what you want. And that's a belief system. And it just gets ingrained in us so young, and then we play it out. So if you have that running of hard work, whatever it is, I know I've had that, I still do. I have the idea that I have to work hard to be successful. Well, is that true? Is that really true? Do I really have to work hard to be successful? Because I've been super successful at things and I haven't had to work hard, and I've been really successful at other things and I have worked hard. So like, what's true? And do I have to work hard to be on camera with you right now? Like, is this hard work? For some people it might be. They'd be like, I can't be on camera. I can't be in a video. Oh my God, what would I say? For me, this is fun. I love connecting with you this way. This is not hard work. But you see, for some people, they may be like, oh my God, it's so hard to be on camera and Facebook Live. So you see, so what's right? Neither, because it's just a belief system. So when we can take out those words, hard work hard from vocabulary, and disassociate from anything we've ever thought, then we can be present to what is now. And again, the first step is acknowledging it, is just starting to be conscious and aware of where you're thinking these thoughts and how they affect your life. Because if you have the belief that you have to work hard to get what you want, can you imagine how tired you're going to become and how busy you're going to be all the time? Do you see? It's all this like unwinding of all these thoughts and beliefs. So it starts with just acknowledging how it kind of affects your life and how widespread it is. And secondly, you start the process of just softening around it. You don't have to change it overnight, because it's not going to change overnight. But even with hard work, if you just start softening, if you notice it, you go, there I go again, saying that I have to work hard to get this thing. And if you soften around it and just say, I'm letting this be easy. I'm willing for this to be easy. Do you see the difference? Instead of being like, oh, I gotta work so hard to build my business. Instead, you can shift it to, I'm willing for this to be easy. I'm willing for this to be fun. I'm willing to be in the flow around this. So you're just shifting, and I love the words I'm willing to. I'm receiving this as easy. So you start looking at life differently in the way that life shows up, instead of like, it's hard. If you don't have that running, how are you in your business? How are you in your life? If you're like, oh, again, neutral, like this is what it is. So is this making sense? Is this clear to you? Write in the comments any questions you have or any aha moments you've had as I've been sharing. And again, I'm going to go back and look at all these comments afterwards and on the replay. So just keep the comments coming because I love to see what you think. But my encouragement to you, and thank you for the love. I love all the hearts and the thumbs ups. It makes me so happy. So thank you. So my encouragement for you today is to just write in the comment a word or a phrase that we would be willing to let go of. And I will totally support you in this. I want to cheer you on in shifting this vocabulary and ways of being. And secondly, start acknowledging how much you use it. Just notice how much you say these things. Third, start to soften around these things. That's all I can say is just soften and be kinder to yourself, knowing this is years of imprints you've had on yourself and the ways you've spoken to yourself, and you get to start to soften and release it. And then the last step is to choose empowering language around it. And if you have questions about that, just put it in the comments and I'll shoot you back a way to rephrase it for yourself so that it will feel more empowering and good to you. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thanks so much for watching and being with me and joining in the fun on Facebook Live. And I'm Arriane Alexander, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.